When it comes to the security of the Arctic region, Europe is fully committed. Full solidarity with Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. The sovereignty and integrity of their territory is non-negotiable.
In January 2026, the European Union made a promise it physically cannot keep. They pledged to defend Greenland from American annexation.
Word, war. We've pushed it aside. We didn't want it anymore. Over 30 years of peace, has that become our new norm? What do you think? Or to put it another way, how strong are you? Are you ready for war? Could you wage war? Can we wage war?
President Brende, dear Volker, thank you very much for the warm welcome. Your Majesties, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the security of the Arctic region, Europe is fully committed. Full solidarity with Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. The sovereignty and integrity of their territory is non-negotiable. And this is why the proposed additional tariffs are a mistake, especially between long-standing allies. The European Union and the United States have agreed to a trade deal last July. And in politics, as in business, a deal is a deal. And when friends shake hands, it must mean something.
To keep away from the landing zone for the other guy, because the snowmobile are rolling a lot.
And the geography of the North Atlantic is a death sentence for a European army. Greenland is 3,000 kilometers away from the nearest major European airbase. There are no rail lines, there are no highways. There is only the freezing, storm-battered North Atlantic. To fight here, you don't need soldiers. You need lift. You need to move heavy armor across an ocean, under fire, in the worst weather on Earth. The US Air Force practices this every Tuesday. Europe hasn't done it since 1945. This isn't a war, it's a logistical suicide. Let's break down the arsenal. To save Greenland, Europe has to move an army. We are analyzing the 4 assets they are using to try and bridge the gap, and why each one is failing against the laws of physics. Asset 1, the lifeline, Airbus A400M. Asset 2, the platform, HMS Queen Elizabeth. The HMS Queen Elizabeth. Big Lizzie, stop looking at the towers. Look at the bow. There is a massive concrete ramp curling upwards. This is a ski jump, unlike American Nimitz-class carriers. This ship has no catapults. It relies on the jet's own engine power to push it into the air. Asset 3, the lung, Airbus A330MRTT. the Airbus A330MRTT multi-role tanker transport. The gas station? Notice the flexibility. It has a hard boom under the tail and soft hoses on the wings. It can refuel American jets, boom, and European jets, probe, on the same mission. It is a masterpiece of engineering. The doctrine is pooling. No single European nation could afford a massive tanker fleet, so they created the multinational MRTT fleet. The Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, Norway, and others share these planes. It sounds efficient, but here is the problem. The entire shared fleet is roughly 12 aircraft. The verdict? The starved lung. The US Air Force operates over 400 tankers. Europe has 12. In a war for Greenland, the Eurofighter Typhoons need constant mid-air refueling just to reach the battlefield. With only a dozen tankers, the bridge across the Atlantic collapses in 24 hours. The fighters will run out of gas before they even see the enemy. Asset 4. The Checkmate Pituffik Space Base. Pituffik Space Base, formerly Thule Air Base. The Trojan Horse. Look at the radar. It is the size of a stadium. This is the AN/FPS-132 upgraded early warning radar. It watches the entire Russian landmass for nuclear launches. But look at the runway. It is 10,000 feet of asphalt, capable of landing B-52s, C-5 Galaxies, and F-35s. The doctrine is pre-positioning. Europe is trying to invade Greenland to defend it. The US is already there. Pituffik has the northernmost deep-water port in the world. It has massive fuel depots. It is a fully functioning American city inside the territory Europe claims to protect. The verdict? Checkmate. While the European A400Ms are struggling to fly halfway across the ocean with light tanks, the US is landing C-5 super galaxies directly on the island, offloading M1 Abrams tanks and Patriot batteries every hour. You cannot reinforce an island when the enemy owns the only airport that matters. Section 3. The reality. Visualizing the gap. Let's visualize the failure. A European task force tries to move a brigade to Nuuk. The A400Ms have to make 2 stops for fuel. They can only carry 1 infantry fighting vehicle per plane. The Queen Elizabeth carrier arrives, but its F-35s are low on fuel because the few tankers available were prioritized for the transport planes. The US Air Force activates the air bridge, C-17S fly direct from Maine to Pituffik in 4 hours. They carry 2 Bradleys per plane. They don't need tankers because the base is on their doorstep. Within 48 hours, the US has a mechanized division dug in. Europe has a few light infantry units freezing on the coast, waiting for a ship that is still 3 days away. Europe has the soldiers. They have the will. They even have the technology. But they forgot the first rule of warfare. Amateurs talk tactics. Professionals talk logistics. Europe built a military designed to defend its own borders using rail lines and highways. They did not build a military to project power across 3,000 kilometers of hostile ocean. Greenland isn't being lost because of a lack of courage. It is being lost because of a lack of jet fuel. Subscribe. Because in the next war, the winner won't be the one with the best gun. It will be the one with the best shipping container.